morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Ellen, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Wilmington. It is Sunday, September 14th, and we are halfway through September already. How on earth did that happen? Yeah, time just keeps flowing and growing, and we're going to have a beautiful service today. So welcome to everyone watching us online, to all of you that are in the sanctuary today. If you would like to please stand with us, we're going to start our service with our opening song. And I want to do a shout out to Jim, who's back home. Let's give him a round of applause. And take it away, Celebration Singers.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Good morning, Unity of Wilmington. It is such a pleasure to see all of you here this morning, and thank you for coming, and to all of you here online as well. Thank you so much. My name is Lisa Keating. I will be the platform host today. And is there anyone who is here for the first time? Welcome. Welcome. Is there anyone else who's here for the first time? Thank you all, returning members and musicians and all of us. If you would like to receive a welcome packet to receive more information about Unity, it looks like this. The welcome team, the people with the yellow badges, can help you find the welcome packets. And would you all join me in saying together our mission statement for Unity? Unity Spiritual Center of Wilmington is a vibrant, inclusive spiritual community dedicated to expanding consciousness, inspiring personal transformation, and nurturing love and connection. And our vision is, united in love, the world celebrates joy, abundance, and harmony. And our statement of truth: there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotence. And our three affirmations: I am a beloved expression of God. I am here for a holy purpose. I am in the right place at the right time, right now. And that makes it perfect. I am the daily word prayer partner for today. And before I begin with the daily word, I'd like to say thank you. Unity and the prayer team, thank you all the volunteers and the participants who participated in Unity's Worldwide Day of Prayer this past Thursday. September 11th, and I know that the prayers really touched hearts and made a difference. So our word for today from the Daily Word is brave. Please read the affirmation together with me. Through the power of God within me, I am brave. If I want to have a greater, more expansive experience of life, I must be brave and move beyond the trepidation that holds me back. I do not judge myself for hesitating, but I don't let it stop me. Instead, I take my reluctance as a cue to call upon the strength of God from within to push past my fear and move forward. So much of life lives on the other side of my fear. I believe I am meant to live a fulfilling and satisfying life. Whether I'm interested in having grand adventures or simply stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things, I can rely on the divine within as I summon the courage to do new things. I affirm I am brave. Let's all say that again. I am brave. And as this becomes the truth of my heart, my experience of life expands. And the verse from the Bible, for God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather a spirit of power and of love and of self-discipline, from Timothy. As prayer partner, I will be available today immediately following the service to provide one-on-one prayers in the prayer room. At any time, at all times, the prayer box is available with prayer request slips to write down any prayer you would like prayed for 30 days here, and then an additional 30 days at Unity Village. And thank you. And Reverend Ellen, please come back up to the stage.
Thank you, Lisa. Let's give Lisa some appreciation. Actually, Jose, could you go back to the previous slide on the Daily Word? How many of you are terrified just looking at that picture? Yeah, maybe stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't have to be walking on a high wire. But I also wanted to give a shout out to Teresa for setting up the room so beautifully on Thursday. So let's give her a round of appreciation. As the head of the prayer team, she does such a beautiful job, as all of our prayer partners. So don't hesitate if you need someone to know truth for you. You know, you don't have to have an issue or condition or anything not working in your life for prayer. Prayer is also just to affirm what's good. So take a moment to spend some time with somebody on our prayer team, or put in the prayer box something that you want to know truth for, and they pray over it for 30 days, and then it goes to Silent Unity for 30 more days. So we are a community that supports each other. So let's remember that whenever, right? Whenever we feel like we're being called to step out of our comfort zones. So today, yeah, and a lot of us do. I mean, if you are just getting up out of bed sometimes, it can feel like you're literally stepping out of your comfort zone, because it's nice and cozy and comfortable in those covers. When my alarm went off this morning, I was like, oh, do I really have to get up today? I mean, I did choose to get up because obviously I didn't want the stage to be, empty when it was time for the minister to give their talk. But there are mornings when it's like, it just feels so much safer to stay under the covers. So I did a shout out to Jim Downer, who is back home. was in a rehab facility for, I think, close to a month. Jim, you can type in the comments. He's not back there yet. He will be back there next Sunday. He is online right now. And his birthday is on Tuesday, so let's give him a happy birthday. Applause to Jim Downer. Happy birthday, Jim! And if you are blessed to be on his texting list, he sends out a text pretty much every single day where he does like a poem to the daily word. And he sent out this picture. I just got it this morning, so I don't have it up there, but it says, and I want us to take this into our meditation. That's why I'm bringing this up. So I invite everybody to get comfortable in your seat. And as I read these words that Jim wrote, I want you to just take this into your meditation, because it goes with what we're talking about, which is, to be brave and to step out of our comfort zones, to bring ourselves back into alignment. So, when traveling to places unknown with God, I am never alone. There is so much more to see and explore. In faith, I leave my comfort zone. And so let's breathe into that feeling of faith. Of knowing that with faith in God, as divine expressions of God, we are never alone. And as we each individually walk our own journeys through this life, we are faced with our own trials and tribulations, our own bumps on the road, and yet we are never alone. And thinking about how strong and brave you are, the things that you've overcome, calling upon your 12 powers. Faith, strength, understanding, wisdom, joy, love, zeal. Breathing in. Release. And ask yourself, where in my life right now am I being called upon to step out of my comfort zone? Am I being called to a new adventure, a new hobby, a new job, a new relationship, a new apartment? What would it feel like to be brave, to be bold, to stand in the true power of a divine expression of God? yourself to feel whatever is bubbling up. If it's fear, stepping out of the covers, stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping into the unknown. Just breathe into that. And tell yourself, I am never alone. As I stand in faith. And I can never be separated from God. So as you continue to walk this journey, that is your own unique journey in life, see yourself taking the road not taken. Seeing yourself taking a step bravely into the unknown, because nothing can be fully known until we step into it, until we experience it. And that means that we have to take a step forward and realign ourselves with the divine. And so let's take another nice, long, slow, deep breath in. Slowly release. Grounding yourself right here. Bringing your awareness back. Feel yourself in your seat. Wiggle your fingers. Your toes, your shoulders. And when you're ready, please open your eyes. Thanks, everyone. I don't know about you, but I feel much braver already. And it's my divine pleasure to welcome Terrell. Let's give him a round of applause.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. So get ready, my soul.
Keep clapping, keep clapping. Thank you, thank you. I was sharing with Terrell and Katie when they were rehearsing this morning that Daniel Namad had come to our spiritual center in California, and not only did I get to hear him sing this song, but I was actually in our choir at the time, so I got to sing with him. So I was trying not to sing too loud over there, but that's such a beautiful song. And I was thinking as I'm listening to that, that needs to be our new national anthem. Let's start a petition. That needs to be our new national anthem. Just think about that. And I was seeing myself and all of us as like fish diving into the ocean, because fish, once they're swimming in it, they don't know any different. So imagine that we're living and swimming in this beautiful, deep love, and we are closer and closer to our source because we're in it. We're in it. So, wow. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Where was I? I was going to start talking. So here I am. Thank you. So today's talk is Realign with the Divine, and I think that song is really the perfect example of realigning with the divine. Because we are living in let's just say, interesting times, everyone. Interesting times, and I don't know about you, but I have not felt in alignment in a while. Anyone? Feel a little bit out of alignment? You know, and it's kind of like a car. Probably most everybody here either owns a car or at least is driven in a car. And you know when the car starts pulling, right, to one side or another. It doesn't happen overnight. We don't always notice it initially. We're just driving along and everything seems to be fine. And then little by little, it just starts pulling. And we're like, I'm probably not really paying attention to the road, and I try to realign the car. But then it starts pulling again, and again, it just gets worse and worse. And it's just going to keep getting worse and worse unless we're willing to realign the car by taking it into a dealership or a repair shop and having it worked on. It's no different with ourselves. It's no different with ourselves. Unless we're willing to realign ourselves back to source, diving in deeper and deeper, we're just going to keep hitting those bumps in the road and pulling to the right or pulling to the left or right? Just trying to get through. Or we're going to stay under covers in our bed. Just keep pulling the covers over our bed, over ourselves, because it's just a lot safer and more comfortable under the covers. So what is alignment? What is alignment? Let's just kind of back up and start there. So if you think about alignment, so many things were coming up for me. My husband does a lot of work. Everybody knows Jose back there. He's our AV lead. Give him some appreciation. He's the one I pick on in all my talks, but he's the one who inspires me. We have talks all the time, and I'm like, oh, I never thought of that. Oh, that's really true. Like, just because somebody is educated doesn't mean that they are wise. Think about that. Just because somebody's in a position of power doesn't mean that they have all the answers. Each and every one of us is on our own path and our own journey, but we have to come to it, but we have to connect to it. But what is alignment? Alignment is when the parts are in a proper position. So if you're ever trying to build something, where are my builders out there? You can't, there's, okay, my one builder. All right, I got another one over there, Senna. So it's about, bringing things together so that they fit. So, if something's off, it's not going to fit properly. And if you're Jose, if it's off 1/8 of an inch, it's not good enough, right? Because it could cause problems down the road. I'm coming to appreciate that. It's taken me almost 30 years, but I'm coming to appreciate that. But another aspect of alignment is being in agreement. It's being in an agreement or balance or cooperation, right? We are in alignment about how we're going to move forward, what we're going to do. So we currently are living in a world of the opposite. Disagreements, not cooperating, not agreeing. Now, not 100% of the time, but a lot of the time. So how do we get ourselves back? How do we get ourselves back? So spiritual alignment is a state of being in harmony with your true self, with your spiritual self, so that we can feel calm, so we can feel clear, so we can feel peaceful. And I want to add the word peace to our vision. I realized that was missing. That was missing. We need to put that in our vision. We can't have peace unless we see it. We have to believe it too. So let's start with our affirmation, which is, I am aligned and divine. Let's say that together. I am aligned and divine. And that is true. I am aligned and divine. So let's look at what does that really mean. So alignment is living in oneness with spirit, bringing our mind, body, and soul into harmony so that we can experience peace, clarity, and purpose. So that we can experience peace, clarity, and purpose. But how do we get there? How do we get there? Just like the car, how do we get the car back into alignment? Unless I'm a mechanic, I got to bring it somewhere, or there's things that I must do. But it's really simple. Everybody's looking at me like, oh God, this is like the worst talk ever. I just feel horrible. All right, good, glad. So how do we bring ourselves back into alignment? And it's really 3 simple steps. That's what I love. And Dr. Herbert usually gives us those steps to bring ourselves where we want to be. So in honor of him today, because he's on his way to Raleigh and then off to the retreat, I'm going to give you 3 simple steps today to bring yourselves back into alignment. So the first step is to notice when you are out of alignment. Like if you notice that you've had your hands gripped on the wheel to keep the car from going to the right, it's like, okay, I noticed that that's been happening for a long time now. And this happened to me. I've driven my car when I kept pulling to the right, pulling to the right, pulling to the right for months, maybe more like a year. I mean, maybe, I don't remember, but it was doing that for a really long time. And I finally had to wake up and say, this is not working anymore. Just like I had to wake up and say, I can't keep feeling this way anymore. I can't wake up every day and want to just keep the covers over my head. So what is the cause of us feeling this way? Right? What is causing us to feel this way? You know, when we're drifting to the right or to the left, right? Busyness. We're getting caught up in really things that are not that important. We're stressed. Anybody stressed out there? Anybody just too busy? Oh, wow. I know who I'm coming to get to volunteer on our committees then. If you did not raise your hand, you are going to be volunteered for something here if you're not too busy. But we have to recognize the signs when we're out of alignment. Right? Confusion, unhappiness, depression, just feeling hopeless or helpless. That's a sign that we stopped connecting to that source that is us. That's a true sign of being out of alignment. Or you're irritable. Or you're annoyed. Does he have to chew so loud? Right? Everybody is annoyed about something. Right? I'm looking over at Katie and she's like, oh, is she in my house? Just watch the comedian Nate, whatever his last name is. He's going to be doing the Emmys tonight. And he talks about that too. So if you're in a partnership with someone, these over time, we start to get annoyed with little simple habits that didn't annoy us initially. So that also means we're out of alignment in our relationship. We stopped focusing on the thing that we love about that person, that we appreciate about that person, because we're stuck over here like, ugh, I don't like this. Could they stop doing that? Or, ugh, why is that person on the news saying that? Why is this happening over there? And we are short-tempered, and we're disengaged, and we're fearful. We're afraid to move forward. Right? We're afraid to be brave. So it starts with awareness. That is going to be the first step. When you recognize this is how you're feeling, and this is what is happening in the world. This is what's happening in the world. It's not just here. It's there and over there and places we probably haven't even heard about. It's happening everywhere. So it starts with the individual. Just like we talk about peace, peace starts with the person. So what are we going to do individually to bring ourselves back into alignment? Well, step number 2, which is, hello, there we go. You have to recenter yourself. How do you recenter yourself? Well, go back to source. Principle number 1, there is only one power, one presence in the universe. That is God, or spirit, or universe, or Allah, or Buddha, or name out names of God, right? Whatever we call it, energy, right? That is, we have to recognize that. That's number 1. Principle 2 says that I am a divine expression of that, whatever that is for you. In a unity, we say that's God. And God is good, so I am good. So if I just start there every day with a meditation, with a prayer that aligns me with that, I start to feel more calm and centered. I have to say that on Thursday morning during World Prayer, I did the opening meditation for that, and then I sat for the first 40, I was almost a full hour. I had a work commitment, but I was here for that first hour. And when I left, I had not felt that calm and that centered and that peaceful in such a long time. And I recognized, wow, you know, it's not enough to know what to do. You've got to do it. It's not enough to know that prayer and meditation brings us back to our center. We have to do it all the time. And that was really key. And the song, right, Get Ready, My Soul, is like really step one. Step two is diving in. Diving in. Get ready, but if we don't jump, we never get anywhere. So get ready, my soul, to dive in. So we have to reconnect with spirit. And it's so important to look at, just like the car needs to be realigned, we need to be realigned whenever we are out of balance. So prayer, meditation, gratitude, expressing, what is good. Getting out in nature. I love going out in nature. Music, right? Music is a big one. I did the Thursday night circle singing with Nate. I think we announced that. We had it in the fellowship. He's coming back later in the month. And talk about being out of your comfort zone. This was like improv, making sounds. I don't even know if I would call it singing, right? Shirley was there. Where's Charlene? Charlene was there. And we were in a circle, and we were called on to literally step out of our comfort zone. But we were reconnecting with something within us that wanted to come out and play. And when I left there, I was so much lighter. I was like bouncing, literally bouncing out of that room. Because not only did I reconnect with, the joy of just playing and having fun, but our voice and that vibration of being in connection with each other is so powerful. Is so powerful. And unbeknownst to myself at the time, the next day, or 2 days later, I was invited to go with a friend to Wilson Center to choir. I saw you, Miss. I saw you. That was amazing. It was their first time in Wilmington. They said they travel all over, so look it up. Make sure you get to one of their events, choir. But it was just singing. If you can imagine a room 10 times this size with everybody singing, and it started off with, who was the first song? Yeah, but it's like the words are behind you, and it's like this giant karaoke of everybody in the congregation, the audience singing. And the vibration was up to here. And we finished with Hallelujah. I recorded it. I was hoping to upload it, but whatever. But talk about the power of music and connection. So my point here, my long-winded point, is that if you want to recenter yourself, reconnect, realign with the divine, music is a beautiful way to do that. And I realize it's not just listening to music, because I love going to listen to music. I love going to the blues and to country and to folk and to rock, you name it, I like to listen to music. I didn't realize how much I loved singing. I loved singing. So I recorded this whole hallelujah, and the audience sounded incredible, but in the background you can hear me singing out of tune, because I have the camera right here, my phone right there. And of course we hear me, but I was like, you know what? Who cares? Who cares if I'm singing out of tune? I felt connected to Source, and I felt light, and I felt love, and I felt the power in that room. And I thought, wow, this is what we need to be doing everywhere, every day, all the time. So, the third step is really to harmonize. And that's what we were doing in that room. We were harmonizing with each other. Because we had one half was singing the melody, one half was singing a different part, and it came together in harmony. So just like the 5 principles that we teach here, if you are not practicing this every day, 5th principle, you're going to need to bring the car back to the car shop. We can bring ourselves into alignment, but the bumps in the road of life are going to knock us off of that unless we have a solid spiritual practice. And it doesn't have to be Unity's 5 principles or the 12 powers. It could be what feeds your soul. As long as we are not harming each other, as long as we recognize the God in each person, right? That's how we start our service. I see the God in you. I see your face. You are the face of God. That means even those people we don't like are the face of God. It's okay to have disagreements, but that doesn't mean we can't come together and be united in love, because that's the core of it all. So realigning is not about perfection. It's about coming back to center every day. Every day. And like doing that dance every day. Where am I? Everybody do that together. It's kind of fun. Right? Now we can do this, and we can do this. It's like, what is Spirit calling for in this moment? It doesn't just have to be one way. And that's what I loved about my two singing experiences. They were so different, but they were both so uplifting. Just like the morning, which was so meditative, listening to such beautiful, beautiful music that was so calming. But I was just as light as I was singing out loud in a group of other people. So what is our lesson, right? The good news is that no matter what you're going through that is throwing you off alignment, right? Sickness, falling, divorce, lose your job, worrying about what the future is going to look like. There's so many things that are throwing us off center so that we can always bring ourselves back. But we have to remember to do it, to practice it every day. So there our lessons are, alignment is a daily practice. A daily practice. Of course, it's easy when you're with other people because you're around like-minded people doing the same thing. But it doesn't mean you can't do it on your own either. And when we do realign, we are refining. I do believe that. I think each and every time we come back, we're like, oh, I recognize what works better or what didn't work. And I can tell you, I know what's not working for me is watching the news all the time. I know what's not working for me is feeling helpless and hopeless about what's going on. So what is working is coming back to center, reminding myself of who I am, who you are, who we all are, and saying, if we want a better world, it's up to each and every one of us to create that. So let's start with knowing that. Notice when you're out of alignment. Remember to bring yourself back to source. Dive deeper each and every time. Deeper and deeper and deeper to the truest kind of love. And know that you must do it daily. So let's finish with our affirmation. Ready? I am aligned and I am divine. Woo! Namaste, everyone. So another way that we realign ourselves with the divine is through service, through giving, through supporting this beautiful center, because what we do with your donations and your tithes is we take a percentage of that and we give it back to our community as well. So we provide many ways that you can support us. One of the things that we also provide is if you are already giving online and you don't want to feel bad when those baskets come around and you're like, yeah, but I already give. You can put one of these green things in there, one of these green little pads, and they have some great quotes and expressions on them as well. So let's do our blessing, our mudra. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you
I know that the blessings in this basket go forth to heal, prosper, and bless. And it is with gratitude and thanksgiving that I receive these. And with that, I release them, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to invite up Terrell to sing for us again. Let's give him some appreciation.
I got an itching on the tip of my fingers. I got a burning in the back of my brain. I got a hunger burning inside me, cannot be denied. I got the feeling that the Father who made us, when he was kindling the pulse in my veins, he left a tiny spark of that fire smoldering inside. The spark of creation burning bright within me. The spark of creation is blazing in my blood. A bit of the fire that lit up the stars and breathed life into the mud. My first inspiration, the spark of creation. I see a mountain and I want to climb it. I see a river and I want to leave shore. Where there is nothing, let there be something, something made by me. There are things waiting for me to invent them. There are things waiting for me to explore. I am an echo of the eternal cry of let there be. The spark of creation is burning bright within me. The spark of creation. I'm a keeper of the flame. Feel on the lifetimes. The spark of creation. The spark of creation. Make it burn forever. The spark of creation. I'm a keeper of the flame. We think all we want, it's a lifetime of leisure, each perfect day the same, endless vacation. Well, that's alright if you're a kind of crustacean, but when you're born with an imagination, sooner or later you're feeling the fire get hotter and higher. The spark of creation.
Thank you, Terrell. Thank you, musicians Katie, Mitch, and Justin. The music is so wonderful here. We have announcements, just a few. Today is Super Sunday. We get to have soup, conversation, goodies together, starting at 12:30. And Kirtan starts at a new time. It's every, I think, second and fourth Sunday, Kirtan chanting. A marvelous, wonderful thing to do if you love singing. And it starts at 12:45. As a reminder, we have a wonderful lending library in the youth ed hallway in the back. And the books can be signed out on Sundays anytime before the service between 10:15 and 11, or right after the service, 12 to 12:30. Take a browse. All you have to do is sign your name when you take it out and bring it back whenever you're finished. There's also a WOW book group on every Friday here. They are now doing the David Hawkins book called Letting Go, 10 a.m. every Friday. Our community outreach for September and October this month is the Good Shepherd Center. Shirley has reminded me that on our tree there are some tags with some specific items that the Good Shepherd Center is requesting. And I believe also if you get at our Unity website online, or there's a QR code out there for even more ideas what the Good Shepherd Center needs and can use. The mission of Good Shepherd Center is to feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, and foster transition to housing. This week on Wednesday evening, September the 17th, at 6 o'clock, there's a speaker who's going to be teaching us about the 10 signs of Alzheimer's. So if anyone is interested, please come here Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. this week. Every fourth Wednesday, the prayer team offers a meditation night. This month it's on September 24th, so a week from this Wednesday at 7 p.m., and we will be celebrating the equinox. So hope you're able to join us on September 24th. Let's see, and that same week there's a Unity luncheon at Elijah's Oyster and Fish Camp. If it's Elijah's, I believe it's downtown. Okay, Thursday, September the 25th at noon. Anyone who's interested, I believe there's a sign-up sheet out in the community hall or room at noon. Sign up just so they can reserve a table for the right number of people. And I believe starting this month, there's a course in miracles study group. And some people have voiced interest in a course in miracles. It's a wonderful book. Thursday, September 25th, from 4 o'clock to 5:30 p.m. So if all of these dates and times are driving you crazy, please get online. Let's see. You can get online, www.unity.will, and sign up for the weekly newsletter, or just let Ellen know you'd like to sign up for the weekly newsletter. Every week a news blast will come to your email. We have some step-by-step slides. Go to the website, click on events. It will tell you what's coming up, I believe, for the week and the month. Join the Facebook page. There it is. And finally, a not techie means of finding out more is just walk into that community room and look at all the papers that are there, see which ones you're interested in, and sign your name, or just write it down and put it in your pocket, and we'll love to see you at any one of these events. Today we are honoring the grounds and building team and gardening team. Is there anyone here who is involved? Yay, Shirley. The grounds look lovely. We're really blessed to have such a beautiful space. And then we have Thrive in 2025, our ongoing little post-it notes that share your inspirations, share your things that you're happy about or your accomplishments. Lift up all of us as we read them. So slide on over, fill out a sheet, or just read. And now, Reverend Ellen, thank you for that wonderful message today.
Thank you.
It really touched.
Let's give Lisa some appreciation. Reading all of our announcements does require finesse and skill. It does. There's a lot we have going on here. Wow. A couple of things that I do want to talk about is, well, first, before I talk about them, let's give all of these folks some appreciation, because as you can figure out, it takes a village to put on a Sunday service. So let's give everyone some appreciation. Lisa had triple duty. I know a lot of times our platform people are singing, they're doing the daily word. So many of our volunteers like to do things, and you don't have to just be pigeonholed. That's a good thing. You can do whatever you choose to do. So, and I do want to just mention as well, one thing we didn't announce, but we are participating in UNCW's Faith Fest, which happens on campus on the 18th of this month, so it's literally next week, from 11:30 to 1:30. We're going to have a table so that the students that are looking for some spiritual connection and food know what communities are, what spiritual centers are in the area. We need at least 1 or 2 volunteers to go with Lainey to that event. So if you could, Lainey, where is she? I think she's in the kitchen right now. But if you are interested, you don't need to sign up for the full 2 hours. If you just want to come for an hour or even 30 minutes to help support that, we'd really need a couple of volunteers. So please see Lainey, and if you can't find her, come find me. I'll be happy to put your name down on that. So with that, I invite everybody to please stand, and we're going to do our prayer for protection. But before we do that, oh yes, I forgot, we had moved this slide. So for those of you that are new, we have a few new folks today. When you come back next week, we have reserved spots in the very front for those that need access to the center. So we do have our parking lot, but we do have cones in the front for those that are mobility challenged. So please, if you need them, they're there for you, and if you don't, use the parking lot. So now we can do our prayer for peace, for protection. Ready? Divine love. Oh, sorry. We just did that one, right? The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God folds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right, so we're going to do our peace song. I invite everybody to just find your way to an outer circle and just spread out. This is probably one of our biggest circles we've had in a long time. Actually, let's move back this way. There we go. All right. Deeper and deeper into the source of who we truly are and spread that love everywhere we go. Namaste. Namaste. Wasn't
wish
that
I didn't. My
incredible?
friend just invited me.
Yeah, the last
I was
moment.
so moved by that. It was just.
I know, I wish we could do it here.
I know. And we harmonized. I was on the harmony. Well, it didn't matter because we changed.
It was great.
Right.
All right, let me return all my stuff.
Color, match the color.
Thanks for the reminder. I think I'm still on.
Almost had it.